All adjectives I'm telling you. Now let me tell you the question that you don't want to answer. I'll tell you the question you don't want to answer. The question you don't want to answer. The question you don't want to answer, Hartosh, the question they don't want to answer is whether the Congress-led Haryana government could permit the sale of land to Skylight, by Skylight to DLF at 600% profit within 3 months of getting the development license for the Shikopur land. That is the question which needs to be asked. But that is the question which even if asked, the Congress party does not answer. Hartosh.
Arnab, look, let's cut through all this legal facade or argument. The simple fact is that Mr. Surjewala, may I speak, please? Okay, I'll wait for you to interrupt me again. Yes. So the simple fact, Arnab, is very clear. Both in Haryana and Rajasthan, let's leave aside all these legalese. Would you and I, applying for similar benefits, or any ordinary citizen, be granted these privileges? And the clear answer is no. And that is what the public is reacting to. The Congress can go back and forth about all the legality they want. The simple fact is Robert Vadra has been given undue favors, exaggerated favors, with the compliance of the government, the involvement of the government, and that has benefited him enormously.
And Mr. Surjewala, you're a minister in that government.
That is crony capitalism.
You're a minister in that government. You're a minister. By the way, let's get Arati also. Arati, what's the real issue? One second, I'm coming to KTS Tulsi. Arati, what's the key issue?
I'm interrupting him. What he's saying is completely away from truth. No favor has been shown to any individual, including Mr. Robert Vadra. No,
that's a definition.
No
that means
favor, no violation of law. It has been tested more than once, right up to the Supreme Court of India.
Yes. So tell me. So my question. I'll test what you say with Mr. Tulsi. Mr. Tulsi, Hartosh says, you know what? A lot of favors were shown to Robert Vadra. Mr. Surjewala says absolutely wrong. I am asking you, leave all legality aside. Let's argue on the basis of sheer logic tonight. If a property is purchased on February 12th, any hypothetical year, Chief Minister's approval is sought on March 10th, it will be granted on March 31st, which means in 35 to 40 days, the entire state government system works at breakneck, meteoric speed never seen since Indian independence in one particular case. And we have no right to ask Mr. Tulsi whether that is appropriate pace or not. My question to you is, Mr. Tulsi, are you yourself convinced that there was no special favor that was given in this case?
Yeah, you know, whatever facts are available to me, and I can tell you that so far, you asked me a question that dismissal of the PIL has what impact?
No.
I want to say that it has impact on both maintainability as well as merits, because the court does look into the merits even while deciding on the maintainability. But I want to say that we are jumping to the conclusion that because the application, we presume, has been dealt with speedily, and therefore it's a favor. But I can tell you that because I have done lots of cases in the state of Haryana, that's the only state in which all these licenses are given and they are all put on the net. Every application, the day it's received, it's on the net. It is dealt with.
Sir, the question is of speed.
In the order in which they are received.
The question is of speed. The question is of speed. My question to you is on speed.
Please look at the record. I don't have the record.
So I can tell you the record.
I don't have the record.
But I have it with me.
But you look at the record. Before you make the charge.
I am not making a charge. I'm asking a question.
You must be able to say that they were.
I am asking a question.
You're making a charge that it was done out of turn.
No, sir.
If it was not done out of turn, we cannot fault with this.
Sir, I have simply two questions.
Out of turn or I don't have the
okay,
record.
Fine. Ravi Shankar Prasad is coming in. I have only two questions to aid the government work at breakneck speed.
It's a rash allegation.
Did Mr. Robert Vadra benefit financially from it? And was there a possibility that the breakneck speed of the government allowed Mr. Robert Vadra to make a lot of money, and hence a link will be drawn between the two? Why was the Congress-led Haryana government aware that Robert Vadra was selling land to DLF? If so, why did it renew the license to Skylight after 50 crores had been paid by DLF for the land?
No.
Was the Congress-led Haryana government aware that Mr. Vadra was selling his land to DLF when it renewed its license in 2011? Are these not relevant questions? Mr. Surjewala, I see your hand go up there. Arati, I want to bring you into the debate. Arati is coming in. One second, Arati.
No issues
Arati.
with that.
Arnab, can I just have a minute?
You know, Arnab, all these are very relevant. Yeah.
Arnab, if you will only hear the answer, the questions that you are
Sir,
putting to,
Mr. Surjewala, full response from you after Arati.
I can answer both your questions, no difficulty.
Yeah. Let me speak. No, Mr. Surjewala, look, Arnab, all the questions you've raised are very, very relevant. I mean, clearly there are lots of questions that need to be answered about Robert Vadra's land deals, how it happened and so on. My question really is to the BJP, that how come they're raising these questions after 5 phases of the elections are over?
That's a relevant question.
What were they doing for the first 5 phases?
Mr. Prasad is not answering that.
You know, and how come now, suddenly, between the 5th phase and the 6th phase, they prepared a video on Robert Vadra?
Why
They're
now?
targeting her, they're talking about RSVP model of development. Why now?
Why now?
What is the reason for this? Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, please enlighten us. Why
I have asked
after
him the
fifth
question
phase?
twice, and now it's the 3rd time you're being asked the question. How will you not answer the question tonight? Mr. Prasad, 3 times you're being asked that question.
Yes, I will immediately reply. Only one very small fact, Arnab, you mentioned about that. On 28/3/2008, the letter of intent was granted within 18 days without making any verification of financial capability and capacity of Mr. Robert Vadra's credentials to go for real estate development, who has no experience. Thereafter, he applies for real license on 18/11/2008. And less than a month, on 15/12/2008, the license is granted. And once the license is granted...
So, but why are you talking about it now? Why are you talking about it now when 349 constituencies have gone to the polls? You're not answering the question. Why now?
Let me reply to Arti's query. Again, my question... Mr. Narendra Modi has been talking about it. The party has been talking about it.
No, but after Priyanka Gandhi...
So many...
After Priyanka Gandhi, head on.
Go through so many...
Where? The
When?
first 5
Go through
phases,
so many speeches
there was no mention of the Vadra model of
Arti, can I
development.
reply, Arti, please? Arti, can I reply? Mr. Narendra Modi has spoken about it.
But
My leaders have spoken about it. I have spoken about it. Mr. Robert... Arti, please. Arti, will you please allow me to reply at least? Please.
She's on the timing.
Wait for your turn.
She's on the issue of timing.
We have been raising it everywhere. The only thing is, we have only raised a booklet and video today. But
why today? You were making it all this while?
Is very important.
Is it like your manifesto which
they did not reply on 2G, they did not reply on Colgate, they did not reply on other series of from Railgate
so
to all. This is only an additionality to demonstrate that leave aside
admit it, Mr. Prasad.
entire country.
Admit it.
Even the family was getting benefited because of
admit it. No, Mr. Prasad.
development.
Mr. Prasad, don't get me wrong. No, Mr. Prasad, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying tonight that what you've done is something wrong and immoral. Neither is Arti. All that we are asking you tonight, the 349 constituencies have gone to the elections. What were you waiting for?
Yes.
And 1 second, only 10 days back, Priyanka Gandhi trains her gun set you 10 days back and you pick up the Vadra issue. Rahul Gandhi picks up the Adani question 2 weeks back, you pick up the issue.
Is very much the issue in election
Robert
campaign.
Vadra is your answer to Adani. Robert Vadra is your counter threat to Adani.
Only thing is,
Robert Vadra is your counter threat to Adani.
Mr. Robert Vadra model of development as a Congress case of corruption is a part of our campaign.
Mr. Tulsi, yes. Randeep Surjewala, I'll come back to you. Mr. Tulsi, yes.
You see, at this stage, I can answer this question because Adani's land scam is of 1,64,000 crore. 1,64,000 crore. 3 crores 86 lakh square meters of land was given at 1 rupee. He passed on this land at the rate of 600 to 737 rupees. This was allotted to him in 2003-2004. There is no escape route for them.
So you have all the specifics on Adani.
That's why this video, which has not one single fact.
You have all the specifics on Adani,
there
but you will not talk specifics on Vadra.
Sir,
you have all the specifics.
Can I come here?
Okay, Ravi Shankar Prasad.
No, I'm talking about specific.
You're not talking about specifics on Vadra. You're not talking about
Vadra
Ravi Shankar Prasad, yes.
Vadra.
Mr. Tulsi is a good friend of mine.
Vadra
Mr.
is a
Tulsi
private
is a
land,
nominated member of
private
parliament.
citizen.
He cannot become a spokesperson of Congress party. I allowed him to speak on behalf of Mr. Vadra because he was a lawyer.
I'm not
Now he
spokesperson.
is speaking like a congressman. Mr. Tulsi, now being a member of parliament nominated, don't forfeit your special category. You are completely wrong. Mr. Adani was given land from 85 to 95 under Congress regime. Check your facts right. Do your homework,
2003
Mr.
to
Tulsi, like a good
2004.
lawyer you are. Therefore,
3,86,000
most of the lands to Mr. Adani. And by the way,
3,86,000
Adani has been given land in Haryana.
I think what
He has been given land in
2003
Rajasthan.
and
He has been given land in Maharashtra, in Congress government states. You are singling out Mr. Adani because
Sir, if
Mr.
you-
Rahul
Sir,
Gandhi and
this-
Sonia Gandhi
Sir, this
have no
debate-
response
86
to the
lakh.
large scale indiscretions,
No, I
corruption,
think
unemployment,
Arnab, Ravi
misrule
Shankar
of their
Prasad
government.
Sahab checked
Therefore,
his facts
this whole
again.
Adani issue.
No, one
that
second.
fact
It is
is been
Mr.
made.
Narendra
And Mr.
Modi
Tulsi,
who
I hold you in
without
high respect.
going
You are a
through
nominated
any
member.
process of
Please
bidding,
learn to respect
without
the
laying down
institution you are holding
any
as a member of parliament.
without
Don't
laying
become a
down
congressman
any
on public
idea,
television, which I am sorry to say you are becoming.
Lakhs of hectares of
I-
land, including to
As
a
I have
particular
to speak the
company.
truth.
One second,
from
Mr.
rupees 1 to
Surjewala.
rupees
Mr.
16
Surjewala,
per
Mr.
square
Tulsi is
meter.
defending himself
And
against
the
that
same
charge.
company, Arnab,
Mr.
in
Tulsi.
that toffee model that Mr. Narendra Modi runs in Gujarat, proceeded to allocate this land to public sector undertakings like Bharat Petroleum Corporation at 700 rupees. Mr. Narendra Modi proceeds to allocate 30,000 rupees square meter of land at 700 rupees a square meter to a builder in Ahmedabad when
Another
when
debate
Indian
is on
Air Force
Robert Vadra.
And on what
I'm
basis?
willing to have a separate
Same land.
debate on
And on what basis?
Mr.
Modi
Surjewala,
quotes
you
Mr.
never
Surjewala-
raised any of these
Mr.
issues.
Surjewala,
Arnab,
no, one second.
Arnab, ask Mr. Surjewala, why
Mr.
didn't
Surjewala, a minute.
Congress raise all this earlier? Why was
200,000
Congress
crores
silent?
Are galore. It is the toffee model of development, RCG,
No.
that Mr. Modi is scared of.
One sec,
propagating
Miss-
it.
okay,
You
fine,
were
Mr.
absolutely silent.
Mr.
What were you
Surjewala.
doing all these years?
No,
You were in government for 10 years.
No.
Why didn't you order inquiries? Why didn't you raise these issues
simple question to
against
Mr.
Narendra Modi?
Surjewala. Simple question to Mr. Surjewala tonight is this. If this is the toffee model, then tell me that when land use patterns are changed near Rashtrapati Bhavan despite Intelligence Bureau objections, what is that? The eclair model, the pastry model? When a meeting is held in which land use conversions are also allegedly changed in Haryana, near Gurgaon, which will open up prime land. You have seen these reports in newspapers, open up prime land to be used by developers. What is that, sir? The pastry model, the eclair model, or some other model? So the question here is this. My question is very, 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 very simple, sir. I can ask you this. Be specific tonight. When you raise questions, when Abhishek Manu Singhvi raises questions on the 24th of April, he says, did the Gujarat Urja Vikas Nigam enter into power purchase agreements with Modi's favorite friend? He asks a specific question, he wants a specific reply. We ask you a specific question, you don't give a specific reply. When he says that you give lectures on good governance, but you don't answer a question on Purushottam Solanki or Babulal Bokharia, he is asking specific questions. You want specific replies. But when we ask you specific questions, you give a general reply saying, bring it on, we're not scared, you are rats. You see, a specific
I'm giving a
reply,
very specific reply.
specific replies are now
I'm giving a
required,
very
Mr.
specific
Surjewala.
reply when, yes, Arnab, when we speak about Gujarat's toffee model, all that we pointed out was the 10,000 hectares of land that was given at 1 square meter to rupees 16 per square meter.
Should we get specific
by
now?
Shri Narendra Modi and not by earlier governments. I want to correct the facts of my learned senior colleague and spokesperson of BJP. And that same land was sold for 700 to 800 rupees a square meter to public sector undertaking. So 4,000 rupees a hectare was the price for which land was given. 30 lakh rupees a hectare was the price that land was sold. What a beautiful model of making money. 23,000 crore loss in a single deal. When Mr. Modi allocates land at 700
respond quickly, Mr. Prasad.
Land for which the collector rate is 30,000 rupees a square meter to his favorite land developer and converts the land use. One allocates government land to convert land use, and when the Indian Air Force
And do you have a favorite? Does your party have a favorite land developer?
Quotes 20,000
I'm asking you, does your party, what about charges, Mr. Surjewala? Let's talk straight tonight. What about charges tonight that your government has a favorite land developer as well?
Rupees or more in Gujarat that they have to answer.
So what about charges that your own government has a specific and favorite land developer? Do you have one?
As far as any specific charge that you make, as has been pointed out on this program itself, every single application that is made to Government of Haryana is put on the internet for everybody to see. Land use, change as far as that is concerned. Letter of intent to land use change is a long process.
Hartosh counters. Yeah, but that long process becomes a short process in certain cases.
BJP,
that long process is a very quick process in certain cases.
And final grant of license. Because it's only...
Sir, please stop, Mr. Surjewala. Mr. Surjewala, Hartosh is rebutting you. Welcome to the debate, DP Tripathi. Hartosh.
And consequently, it merges into a conversion into a license.
In both these cases, it is pretty clear undue advantages have been given to Robert Vadra and Adani. The interesting fact is, the two parties raising these charges against the other party have been silent while all this was going on. When they were aware of it,
completely
they were
silent.
unwilling to take action. And I may not be a great supporter of AAP, but the spirit of AAP has permeated this debate. None of these questions would have been raised without the presence of the Aam Aadmi Party in this whole election. This is exactly the point they had been making. This is what the last 5 years were about, which is why in terms of crony capitalism, both the Congress and Narendra Modi are vulnerable. And if we are seeing the BJP react today, it is not because they've suddenly discovered a fondness to attack crony capitalism. It is because whether they like it or not, Priyanka Gandhi is making them nervous.
Exactly. But you know, at the end of the day, Hartosh, Priyanka, it's all right.
Yeah.
But what is this debate about? You will lose so badly that you will, fall into a ditch for the next 125 years, says Modi.